I was really open to everybody just bringing their own stuff.
Hello, Adam. How are
Hi,
you?
Tiago. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Congratulations on the movie. I thought
Thank
it was very thrilling and suspenseful, and it has one hell of a twist at the end. And my first question is, what can we expect from Sleeping Dogs?
Oh, I hope that it will be a movie that sort of keeps viewers guessing. I hope that it makes them lean forward when they're watching. I hope that um, they're engaged. I hope they have a good time, and I hope that they're surprised in the end.
Yeah, yeah, that surprise. I was like, okay. I was for like 5 minutes thinking, how did I miss something? Was I not getting the clues because I didn't read the book? I had no idea what to expect. And then we get to the finale, and I was like, oh my.
Right.
And this is your feature length debut. And I wanted to know, how was the experience of directing a feature length movie? And what was the most difficult or the most funny thing about it?
Um, I think as a first-time director, even if you've been around a lot of film sets, as a writer or in, another case as a producer in television, as a director, you kind of don't know what you don't know. And you're finding out in real time. I didn't know that going in, that you don't know what you don't know. But I think, making the leap from writer to director is a lot about sort of time management, people management, and just sort of the practicalities of money and time. I think, that's the hardest thing. You have, this stuff that's on a page, and you have to figure out how to put it on film, and do it in a way that is hopefully compelling and adds up to something. It's really fun, getting to see something that you've written, end up on film. I've been fortunate to get to have that experience where other people have directed it before, but doing it myself is both exciting and daunting, especially when you're the writer and director, because there's really nobody else to blame,
Yes.
um, at the end of the day. So it was a really exhilarating experience and fun to get to collaborate with really talented people. My DP, my production designer, my composer, my editor, Russell Crowe, Karen Gillan, Martin Chokas, Thomas Wright, Tommy Flanagan. It was really a joy. I hope I get to do it again.
Yeah, that was one of my questions. Actually, I was gonna ask a little further, but you already answered. So that's, as you said, you were responsible for the screenplay, and I wanted to know, did you read any of Kitovich's books before? Have you ever heard about him, or you met him with the Book of Mirrors?
Yeah, I was introduced to him through the Book of Mirrors. One of the producers on the film, Huya Shabazian, is a lit manager in New York, and he had a relationship with a London-based lit agency called Peters, Fraser and Dunlop. And I met Huya on Allegiant because he represents Veronica Roth. Huya had read the book as a galley before it was published, and he sent it, and that's how I discovered that book for the first time. And it was wild. I mean, the book is very different from the movie. Is in the movie in many respects. The twist that's in the movie is not in the book. And to get there, we had to do a fair amount of reconstruction.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I also am a writer and a playwright,
I'm
so I
sorry.
know I'm a playwright too.
No, I said I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. So I know the process of adapting something that already exists.
Yeah,
It's haunting.
sure.
I wanted to know, The book is very different because I read the synopsis and it's divided in three parts, and you focused on Roy Freeman's part.
Yep.
And since you did that, and the movie ends with such a twist, I wanted to know, would you like to maybe, I don't mean a sequel, but maybe something inside the same universe, or like a spin-off, or even a sequel if that's possible.
I don't know what your takeaway from the ending was, but I don't know that Roy Freeman as a character lives on
Yeah, I don't
for,
think so
for
too.
for for a sequel. And without spoiling it, two other characters are
Yeah.
three other characters are kind of eliminated from actually four other characters are kind of eliminated from a future. So I don't know. I mean, I like suspense movies and movies that play with memory. So I suppose it's possible that something else sort of in that space, but I think it would be hard to do a sort of specific offshoot of this film.
Maybe I know that we got a lot of eliminated characters throughout
Yeah.
the narrative. And but maybe since you focused on the third part of the book, maybe you could do a prequel.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe because I would like to see more.
Hmm.
I don't think that Russell Crowe's character moves on because we all know that he has Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And but maybe a prequel. I would love to see it because I'm a big fan of thriller movies. So
Interesting. Okay, I'll give that some thought.
call me, I
Okay.
can help
Okay,
you.
cool.
Just kidding. And you said that you are a big fan of suspenseful movies, and I would
Yeah.
like to know what are your favorite suspenseful movies?
Heat, Angel Heart, Jacob's Ladder,
Mm,
Shutter Island. Yeah, probably those.
those are great movies. That's a top-notch list. So I wanted to know now, how was the process of casting? And you already said that you would love to work with Russell Crowe and Karen Gillan again, so that's one part of my question that you
Yeah.
already answered. And I wanted to know also if you were able to give the characters freedom to present the characters with their own perspective.
Yeah. I think that finding the right people to play parts is always its own thing. I'd always loved Tommy Flanagan's work. He and Russell had worked together in Gladiator previously, and when Russell and I got together the first time, and I still hadn't cast that part, Tommy was Russell's idea. Pacharo Mazembe, who plays Isaac Samuel, is somebody I met through just the casting process. I loved Thomas Wright. He had this crazy beard, and I just thought, what a great look for that part. And I'd seen Thomas's movie The Stranger, which I really loved. I was really blessed to work with really really great actors. But yeah, it was a really collaborative environment. Far be it from me to sort of dictate what anybody's performance should be. It's all really in service of the story. So I think so long as everybody's on the same page with the story that we're trying to tell and sort of the tone that we're in, I was really open to everybody just bringing their own stuff to it. I mean, Karen Gillan wanted Laura Baines and Elizabeth Westlake to be two very different people. She wanted to intonate them differently with their voice beyond just how she physically appeared. Marton Chokish's character, he wanted him to sort of be an East Coast intellectual. He wanted him to have a very specific kind of accent. Everybody kind of brought their own 2 cents to the process, and that kind of makes it better when everybody's bringing their own thing. So I'd like to think that it was a really collaborative environment and that everybody got to make it their own.
Yeah, I think that this freedom really resembles on the big screen because at least in my point of view, I thought it was a very classic mystery movie. I think
Hmm.
you worked very well with the tropes of the genre.
Hmm.
So I
Cool.
think So I think he worked really, really well, and I think the cast is fabulous because I'm a big fan of all of them. So I'm a little suspicious,
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
and I'm gonna say it again. You're a very big fan of suspenseful stories. Would you like to? Is there any personal books or tales, or maybe a reboot that you wanted to do?
Yeah, I want to do a remake of the movie One-Eyed Jacks, which is a movie from 1960 that Marlon Brando starred in and directed with Carl Malden. It's a Western, but I would do it as a modern day suspense story.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You should check out the movie.
Yeah, I've never watched the movie, but I like when reboots kind of drive away from
Yeah.
like completely because it's a new perspective and I'm really into it. So I would love to see. I'm gonna see the movie. I
Yeah,
don't
check
think
it
I've
out.
seen this one. 1960. Okay, and 1960s was a great decade for movies.
For
So
sure. For sure. Yeah, it's called One-Eyed Jacks.
One Ajax. Okay, what's your favorite mystery or thriller author? Because my favorite is always going to be Agatha Christie. Um, bananas over her.
Probably Raymond Chandler.
Great, great answer. I really like him too. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the movie again.
Thanks, Tiago. I
And
appreciate that.
see you hopefully soon.
I hope so. Good luck with the writing.
Thank you.